This video is about Windows 11. Should you take the plunge? Okay, so I've agonized over whether to move to Windows 11. Short answer is yes. In my opinion, you should upgrade to Windows 11, even your simulator machine. I did upgrade initially and I reverted to Windows 10 because I found that the startup was a little bit unreliable and it hung a little bit on the start, but I've since done some research and found that I just needed to upgrade my video drivers, and I also at the same time upgraded FSU IPC 7 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So why would you want to upgrade to Windows 11? So you might not think this is a good thing. It seems to me to be more based on a kind of Linux Mac type environment with the taskbar in the middle at the bottom of that. You can move it back to the left hand side. To my mind, it feels like a more stable, more cohesive interface. Transparent windows are back. It has many more options for layout and multitasking of windows and folders. I've found that to be really quite effective just by right clicking on the maximize minimize icon. Then you can pick different layouts. Widgets are back. Whatever you think of widgets, I think they are quite useful in terms of some accessibility, in terms of news and travel and what have you. Virtual desktops. The search seems to me faster. The gaming and certainly the simulator seems to be slightly faster and more stable, and the overall look I find more pleasing. So the icons have been redesigned. It's subtle, but they're rounded edges, the colors, and the resolution of the icons to me seems much clearer. The problem you will have is that it is very, very picky. So anything before Series 7 processor will probably not make the cut. My second system, the system that's got the air traffic control and weather running on it, is simply not compatible with Windows 11, and I've got an i7 700K in there, and when I've researched it, even the 700K wouldn't actually make the cut. It needs to be an 8 series or above processor. So they are actually quite recently distributed. That would mean that some relatively youngish, in my view, PCs just wouldn't make the cut for Windows 11. Now, whether Microsoft will change that going forward, I don't know. There is a workaround that you can do with registry. I'm not going to go through it here because I tried it and it gives massive health warnings that you will be debarred from Windows updates and Windows warranty and Windows security going forwards. And I thought that was not a price worth paying personally for Windows 11. So I'm not going to cover that here, but you can look it up on Google if you want to, and if you want to take that risk. Not something I would recommend. If the compatibility checker says you haven't got TPM support, that's a trusted platform module, then you'll need to go into your BIOS. Usually on startup, if you press delete or F1, it'll tell you at the bottom of the screen. Then you need to find the security tab, and in the security tab you're looking for something that says trusted computing. You need to make sure that the trusted computing modules are enabled. So TPM state here enabled, and on some Intel boards it's also, the TPM is also called PTT, Platform Trusted Technology, to make sure that PTT is selected. It's a bit of a nightmare. Some of the BIOSes call them different things, so you may need to go into secure boot instead of just security. And this is my main simulator machine, Again, similar terminology, trusted computing. And now you're looking for anything that says TPM. In this case, TPM, you can pick 1, 2 or 2. I picked the TPM 2 specification, and make sure security device support is enabled. The other problem I encountered was even after I changed the security spec, it said the hard disk wasn't compatible. I'd been a bit lazy and I'd formatted my hard disk as a master boot record, and it requires a more advanced partition table. So to fix that, you can look for advanced startup. It'll restart into a blue screen, and you can then pick up troubleshoot, advanced options, and then as you move through, click on advanced options. What you're looking for is a command prompt. If as you reboot the computer it insists on a password, it did for me a few times, the trick for that is, and it will say the password isn't the correct one, you need to go back to Windows, completely back to the start of Windows if you logged in with a PIN code, and log in with your actual password, not the PIN code. It took me a while to track down that, and it was very frustrating. So back to the beginning of Windows, log in with your full password, and then it will let you reboot into the recovery part of this restart. Once you reboot to the command prompt, it's an inbuilt process that you can use to convert the hard disk. As I say, back up your data first. What you want to use is MBR2 GPT. As I say, it's an inbuilt system program. The first one we're going to choose is MBR2 GPT and space stroke validate, and that will let you know whether you're able to convert your hard disk or not. And then the next thing we want to use is MBR2 GPT space stroke convert, and that will convert the hard disk into the appropriate format. As I say, not for the faint-hearted. Back up all your data first. So in summary, stable, cleaner, faster, recommended if your system is able to support the update. Then in my opinion you should leap in and go for it. So all I've got for you today. I hope that was useful. If you like these videos, like them. If you want to subscribe, then you'll get notified when other videos are uploaded. Any comments would be much appreciated. And that's all I've got for you today, and I'll catch you next time.